And welcome back to episode 4 of Shift Happens. This week we've got a great one for you. We was at the Festival of Motoring this past weekend. Was an awesome experience. We'll be telling you guys about what happened there, what cars were there, and so on. And then we also gonna talk about Hyundai and what's happening there. And this week with me once again is my co-pilot.
Hey everyone, this is Johnny here. I hope you are doing well. I'm excited for this week's podcast. I can't wait for you to see what we have in store for you. Dupree, you were at Festival of Motoring. I can't wait to hear how it was, what happened there. It sounds great.
Yes, Johnny. No, we got some media passes for Festival of Motoring. Unfortunately, Johnny was in Cape Town, so he couldn't join me at Festival of Motoring.
Unfortunately not, but just an interesting fact, I was a professional race driver in my time. But now, and I have some, I'm scattered around certain professions, keeping my options open.
Keeping your options open.
Wasn't
I hear you.
Doctor, astronaut, you name it.
No, I hear you. So actually what you're saying to me is you should have been there and been driving the cars around the track.
Yeah, I should have been there, but
Mm.
they asked me and I told them that, you know what, give the new rookies a chance. I
Okay.
can't be there all the time. So I rather gave the rookie a chance to, make a name for himself and stuff like that.
Okay. I hear you. No, yeah, it was very nice. Luckily, we were early there, and so we had a chance to. Well, I had a chance to look at everything before the big rush came in. Um, and it was quite awesome. I think they had a lot of exhibitors there, more than they usually have. Look, after COVID, it took a while for them to pick up again. I remember going in 2022 when it was the first time they brought it back, and it was nice, but there weren't a lot of people and a lot of exhibitors. But I can see like this year there were a lot of people. It was packed, and I mean I went on Sunday. That's also the last day of the festival, so it should have died down by then. But it was still freaking packed.
Yeah, that sounds
Um,
insane.
yeah, and it was very nice. So I started off with the main hall, and I walked in, and I saw the Lamborghini, Porsche, and Bentley signage, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna start there. I'm gonna be there when there's nobody, so I can get up and close to the cars.
Did you use your trust fund privileges during the Festival of Motoring? Did you
No, unfortunately not,
so there's
because
no
I don't have any trust fund privileges.
so you're not telling you're telling us you didn't buy a new car or something like that.
No, unfortunately not. I didn't buy a new car. I don't have the money to do it, but okay. But I had some words with Lamborghini, so let's see in the future. No, I'm just joking. I just got some stickers.
What you should have done is you should have went to BMW and you told them, listen, you know a guy in Cape Town, he really wants an M2 or just a 2 series.
Yeah, I should have. No, I went in, and Lamborghini only had one car there, and it was the Revelto, so the new Aventador successor. I'm actually very glad I saw it in person. It looks amazing. Like the photos really don't do it justice. It really looks awesome in person. It looks much better to me than what it even looks better than the Aventador S to me, but it looks much better than the Aventador overall. I can say, and a bit smaller. It looks a bit smaller. So I don't know what's there, but it looks nice. It looks so nice. The color, like I said, photos don't do it justice. The color on these cars, and the like, just the shape, overall shape of it. It looks so nice. I really love the direction that Lamborghini is going with all of these cars. It looks so freaking nice, and I can't wait to see the Temerario. But that most probably will only be at the 2026 um,
Yeah, I think it's so big in a
Festival of
while.
Motoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are only getting it in South Africa in 2026. So, but it was still just nice to see the Revelto in person, and I could get up and close and see everything on the inside, and it looks very very good. It's the first Lamborghini in a while that I can really say for me looks amazing
Then
in
the
person.
insane thing is, you're still gonna get someone that's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it cash now.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that as well. I was like, ugh, man, I can't even afford one of these seats, but this guy is gonna come here and buy it cash. No, yeah, so it was very nice. The people at the Lamborghini stand were very nice, and they showed us around and let us get up close and even touch the car and so on, because they were nobody. So I felt some of the interior parts and so on. It was very nice. It feels nice and it looks good and it feels sturdy. Um, but yeah, I would love to get behind the wheel of something like this, but I don't know if they're gonna let us do that. But that was the first car we saw the whole festival of motoring. Um, Afterwards, we moved to Porsche's stand, but Porsche had a big, big stand, um, with one of every model there. But the a shame for me was just like the Taycan and the Macan. They had like I think the what they call GTS versions of them there. So that was nice. And then the Cayman, they had the GT4 RS Caymans, the
Yeah,
normal one, and the convertible one, side by side,
yeah,
and
that could have been amazing.
it looks so good. And I'm not usually, I told my girlfriend as well, I'm not usually a convertible guy. I don't like convertible cars at all, especially soft top convertibles.
I'll,
It doesn't look good for me.
I'll
I
drive
like
a
the coupes.
I'll drive a soft top convertible.
No, I don't like
Like,
it.
I'll
But
even drive a
but
mini.
no, man, those things are ugly. Those things that freaking come off like no. It looks the minis looks so bad, but this Porsche, right? And it's got this blue color. I don't know what they call this color, but it's got this blue color that they had on it. It looks so good, and the soft top looks amazing on it. It looks so good. And I told my girlfriend, this is a soft top I will buy. This is a soft top I will buy. It looks amazing, and those cars look so good in person. Just the proportions and everything. I was really impressed seeing them. It's the first time saw both of them in person, and I was so freaking impressed with them both. Really, really, really awesome looking cars, and I think they actually look better than the 911s, but
Yeah.
they are smaller and stuff. So I don't know, the overall footprint just looks better because next to it was a normal 911, and it just looks big and clunky next to them.
Oh, okay, I hear you.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to say now as well. They had all these nice, exciting cars, and then just the normal 911, a red one, and I was like, what the hell, man? Why did they only have the normal red 911? So and it doesn't look, it looks out of place because like they got the sporty models of everything
Yeah.
except that one, and but it looks big and clunky. It doesn't look good next to them, and we just quickly had a look um, there and walk through and also get up and personal. They did keep everything locked. We couldn't get inside any of them, but just had a quick look and took some pictures of them. Talked to one of the salespersons and or exhibitors. What do you call them? The people that helps out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we just talked to some of the about some of the cars
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, the main reason I wasn't there was like because I knew the moment I would step in there, I would be like, okay, I'll buy something cash now.
I felt that as well. I was like, hold me back, woman, hold me back.
So I was like,
I'm gonna swipe that thing now.
so rather not
No.
buy a new car. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't need something now. But I know if I was
Yeah.
there, I would have bought something.
Yes, man. The strength that I needed to hold myself back. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a
Yeah,
trust
it
fund
looks.
privileges we spoke
No,
about
no.
last week.
No, no. But I must say, Porsche, well done. It looks amazing. The cars look so good in person. And then the Bentley stand was there. There was only three cars. The Bentayga. What did they call the four-door Bentley? Flying Spur.
Oh
I
yes.
think. I think is its name, and then the Continental, but the Continental was the Le Mans 24-hour edition,
Oh
in
wow.
this amazing British green color. It looks so good, and I know you're not a Bentley fan, and we talked about it, but I must say the color, just the color is so nice, and the cars look good, but it wasn't anything interesting. They didn't do anything interesting with the stand or whatever. It was just there, and it was nice to look at. And a lot of people took pictures of them because up close, the little details, they look amazing. But yeah, overall, quite a boring stand from Bentley. But then at the end of the hall, randomly in a corner, the new GT3 RS was there. So
Uh,
I don't know why.
that's my dream car.
Yeah, one of mine as well. And I freaked out and I was like, why is it here in a corner, way out of place, with tight, cramped spaces around it? I don't know. And not inside the hall, the Porsche hall, next to like the GT4 RS. I don't know why. Why was it, standing here all alone, with not a lot of space around it? I mean, you
Because
could barely fit two people.
it deserves a place on its own. So you can
No,
just
I understand
admire
that.
it.
I understand that, but like there was no room to move around it. The people were bunching up. You couldn't even fit two people next to each other on the sides of the car because it was like in a glass um, case type of thing. So you can't. I don't know. It was just stupid. You can't get really near to it. I don't know if it's someone's personal car. Maybe that's why they did that. I don't know, but it looks so freaking good.
But also,
Yes, man.
I will sell my wife for that car. When I
Yes,
do
man.
have a wife,
I feel you.
when I have a wife, I'll sell her. I'll sell her and I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna buy a GT3 RS.
Yeah, no, man. Yes, but it looks good. It looks so nice. The little details and stuff in person. They really hit it out of the park with this generation. It looks amazing. Um, and but like I said, it feels big if you put it next to the GT4 RS. It feels really big. It's wide as hell. Photos make it seem a little bit skinnier, and that wing is like a dining table on the back of it.
Oh, really?
It's really, yeah, it's big, man. It's so freaking big. So but it looks impressive, and it looks like it means business, and I think it's an amazing car to drive. I really think so.
It's a great track
And
car.
it looks good. Yeah, awesome track car, and it looks, like I said, amazing. It looks really good in person, but it is a big car. It's no longer that Porsches are a smaller car. It's a big car. It's I think it's wider, and
Yes,
I don't know
yes.
if it's longer than the previous generation, but it's much bigger because we saw a lot of the previous generation GT3 RSs there as well. They were going around the track, and we walked past one, and it feels quite a bit smaller than the new one. So that's just something to think about and to keep in mind. But it looks good, and like you said, maybe it deserves a spot on its own. But yeah, just weird. The setup around it was just a bit weird. And then another one was there as well. Um, the Wyzak RS back. So it was just in the normal hall. That one we could get up and close and personal. Because it was a auto body shops one that was just standing in the hall where you pass. So you can see I took photos very close to the car as well, because we can get quite near it, up close and personal. There was no barrier or anything.
Yes, yes.
It was a white one, and it looked amazing as well. It looks really good. So nothing more to see there. And then they had a lot of memorabilia as well, for the people that like stuff like that, like gloves and helmets and boots from like F1 drivers, and MotoGP drivers, and even Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
Um, his boxer shorts from Rocky and his gloves from Rocky was there as well.
Oh damn. That's
Yeah, signed and everything. That's awesome. And our one friend, he is crazy about Valentino Rossi, and I took a photo for him about because I had a signed T-shirt there.
oh, and it was already sold. I just
Yeah, yeah, it was already sold, unfortunately, but I wanted to just show him, that because I know he likes Valentino Rossi. But they had some nice memorabilia there, and so it was worth. They didn't have a lot of like what do you call it, shops and stuff to buy little things, but they had like 3 or 4 of these memorabilia shops there.
okay. No, that's very
Um,
nice.
yeah, and some awesome race cars as well. So Samlin Racing, I don't know if they seems like it's a South African. I've never heard of them, but they've got some racing Lambos, and I just took some photos of those racing Lambos because they were just upstairs in the hall, just standing there, and they looked amazing. We did post it on our Instagram as well. If you guys want to have a look, they look menacing, and you could actually win. I did gave up my name because you can win a track day in these cars. So hopefully we win something there. But
You should have just asked me. My family sponsored one of the cars. You should have
uh,
asked me,
and you
and
say, and you're telling me I'm a trust fund baby.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, so yeah, we were just they were looking awesome, just standing there, and we just signed up for that. Oh, and then we just had some views from the pits. Came out some of the race cars. They were nice race cars, but one thing that was quite sad is that they didn't have a lot of nice cars. Like the previous time we were there, they had the Nissan GTRs and they had some AMGs and so on that you can go around the track with.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but it seemed like they only had these new Chinese electric cars.
Like the
And
Moda and
yes, like the Moda, and they had a new one, BYD. I don't
oh,
know
that's
who
the
the.
fully electric vehicle.
Yes,
Okay.
so you can go around the track with them as well, and some Cherries, and then the Suzuki, and then they just had these Ferrari race cars, the 360 race cars, and that's that. That was the. And some Mustangs. Sorry, some Mustangs.
I'm not a Mustang fan.
No, me neither, and that's what I'm saying. So they didn't even have nicer cars to go around with, because I don't. It's not worth it for me to stand in the queue to drive in one of those cars. Um, I mean, if they had some AMGs or M cars or Lambos and stuff. Look, they had Lambo race cars as well, but it was like over 4 grand just to drive 1 or 2 laps in it.
Damn, that's
Um,
expensive.
yeah, it's very very expensive. So I don't know if that was worth it.
But
And then there was some smaller companies as well that had a 370Z and a GT2, a GT3 RS, the previous generation, that you could drive in. But that was the sum total of the hot laps that you can take. And I think it's quite disappointing.
yeah, no, definitely. But for the 4K, do you drive the Lambo yourself, or does someone?
No, no, you just sit on the left and someone drives it.
Yeah, 4K for that's a bit too expensive.
Yeah, I feel so as well, and
Like
I don't think that's
if I can drive
worth it.
itself, by all means.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, there's people that did it, and then they had these. I don't know what they call it, but the lower class formula cars that they go around with. That was standing there. They looked quite nice. They have them every year, and they go out usually. So at around 1 o'clock, they go around the track. They sound good. You can't obviously drive on them. They have specialty drivers driving them. You'll see some photos of them on our Instagram as well. But they were quite nice to just have a look at and see how them drive, because they're quite expensive and they do look good and they are seriously fast. Yeah, and then there's not really something. Oh, something that I saw that was nice. I don't know if you know. Is it Simola Hill Climb? racing. It's like an event in Cape Town, and I'm not sure where in Cape Town, but they drive like uphill, and they've got like a mountain or what a hill climb. That's what they call it, the hill climb competition.
It sounds so
And
familiar.
yeah, so they have like this whole hill climb competition. I don't know if it's every year or every second year. So they had a stand there as well, and it's the first time I saw they had a stand there.
With a wing on the
And
front.
yeah, and Kribanta Racing is actually, they have their car with the record. That's the record holder on that in that competition, and I took a photo of that as well because it's got a massive wing on the nose, and it's a Nissan GTR. But I mean, it's not much that's left from the Nissan GTR, but but it's got the body of a Nissan GTR, and yeah, it's got a massive front wing on it. So yeah, that was something we saw. Not too exciting.
Actually,
Oh, and
I
yeah,
actually learned last year about that with the cars with wings on front of them.
is it?
Yeah, I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, me neither. It seems like it's mostly a hill climb exclusive thing. Um, so yeah, that was the first time I saw that as well.
But I'm not a
Then
fan of it.
no, no, it looks stupid, but I understand why they do it. To keep the front end down, because remember, you're going uphill the whole time, so the nose wants to flip backwards. So I mean, but maybe just to help keep the front down.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm. And then Dunlop had a nice stand there, like with some interesting stuff, memorabilia and history. But a nice thing that they had there was this Dunlop Racing Porsche that they had, just standing there randomly at the end, quite tucked away. And I quickly took a photo of him. I don't know what it competed in, but it had as an African driver, so I don't know. But it looked awesome, and I thought it would make an awesome photo. And
Yeah, no,
there was
definitely.
nobody. There was nobody to talk to me about it as well. So I don't know what Dunlop did there, but the stand otherwise was very very cool. There was a lot of people that had, or a lot of places that had nice stands. But nothing noteworthy that I can think of now. And as usual, they had the drift events as well. So you can pay to be, I think it's 250 rand, and you can sit in a car and somebody drifts with you.
Around track.
No, it's just like a skid pad that they had a track built with cones.
Ah,
But
okay.
um,
It's still
yeah,
not that bad of a price.
no, no, it's not bad. But you have to be there early as well because the line gets quite long.
Standing in a line for like 2 hours just for like maybe 2 to 5 minutes of fun.
Yeah, yeah, that's
The math
it
ain't
summed up.
mathing.
Yeah, I think it's only worth it if you go like the whole weekend to go stand in one of those queues, because then on another day you can make one day exclusively to stand in queues and get stuff done, and then the other day you can walk through everything and see everything. I think that's actually the way to go about
Yeah,
it.
that would be your best bet.
Yeah, because even the queue to get into the cars on track was very very long. You would have stood there for hours and hours and hours, and maybe if you're not in front and you're quite at the back, you might not even get the chance, because you remember they book out a certain amount of seats for the day.
Oh yeah,
So
and
that's the
once that
only.
quota is set, it's be like, ah well, you just wasted your
Yeah,
time.
precisely. Then it's over. Yeah. Um, and then an awesome stand that was there was, I don't know if you know Rospa Imports.
No, no, I don't.
So they do like imports from Japan and so on. So they're quite big in the JDM scene in South Africa. They had an awesome stand there with a lot of old Alfa Romeos and BMWs, old M cars, and then they had also a red Honda NSX that was imported. It looks so amazing in person. I stood there for like half an hour just checking it out, because it was my first time as well seeing NSX in person, and it looked amazing.
It's really a nice car. I love it.
Yeah, I love it as well. And it's quite low and small, but I spent a lot of time in that stand. They had a Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec 2 as well there, a grey one. That was looking awesome. Quite a while standing next to it as well. But they had a great stand overall. Um, and it's well worth it to check them out on their socials. So it's a Rospa Imports. If you're looking to get into one of those cars, they have lower class cars as well, like Honda Civics and stuff that they import. But yeah, it's just they have nice cars as well. And for the first time this year, I went and did the 4x4 track stuff. So we
Yeah.
went up to the 4x4. You could drive in a Amarok, a Isuzu, the new GWM. What is it? The P500 or whatever they call the bucky, and the tank, and then you could drive in the Suzuki as well. So we we came there, and my girlfriend was like, "No, she wants to go into the Suzuki," and I was like, "No, let's do something else. Go into the Suzu, or let's do the tank, something else." No, no, no. She wants to do the Suzuki because she wants a Suzuki Jimny.
You could have asked me. We literally have a chimney.
I know, I know. I told her that as well, and she was like, "No, no, no. She wants to go in it because she wants to buy one." And I was like, "Ugh, okay."
I would have driven with the Suzuki.
I know, I know. But yeah, so I caved and I was like, all right, it's fine, let's go in it because it's the new 5-door one. And an interesting thing is Suzuki, the guy, when we got into the car, the guy that drove it told us that he doesn't work for Suzuki. So Suzuki got customers to come and do it. So guys that already bought the Jimny and to come do the 4x4 track. So it wasn't even, people that work for Suzuki, and it was quite nice. He gave us a track, and I mean, we that Jimny walked over that track very easily.
Yeah, no. The chimney is very nice. Like
it's very nice.
we also took the chimney out a few times, or to go 4x4 with it, and it never disappoints us.
No, it doesn't, and I was so freaking impressed. And some of the other I won't drop names of car brands, but some of the other car brands that I mentioned struggled a lot with some of these obstacles, and I must say the Jimny drove over it like it's nothing. It really impressed me,
And if you
like a lot.
want the cheat mode for it, you should buy the chimney in an automatic.
Yeah, the guy told us that as well, and that Jimny just walks over everything then. But it really impressed me, and it embarrassed the other car brands. Really, it did, because all of the other cars, they cost double or more than what the Jimny cost, and the Jimny did everything easier, better, and quicker than any of the other cars or buckies. So it was really impressive.
You can't go wrong with a chimney.
No, you can't. No, you can't. And then when we were busy, getting done with the whole day and busy walking out, you won't believe a Lamborghini Huracan STO drove in, and my jaw dropped because it was also my first time seeing that in person, and it looked amazing.
Didn't we see one at Daytona in Joburg once?
No, not a Huracan STO. I don't think so. Was it an STO? No, man, it wasn't an STO. Wasn't it a Performante?
I can't remember. It was with that race they do every year.
Oh yeah, no, I think it was a Performante. I don't think it was an STO. Was it an STO? I can't remember now.
I can't remember as well. Like, it was a few years, 2 years, 3 years ago.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I saw it, and my jaw still dropped. I mean, it looked amazing. And we walked around it for a few times having a look, but it got packed so quickly by people. You couldn't take a lot of photos or see it anymore because it was just standing there in a random parking. It wasn't like part of the show or anything.
It was just a random dude pulling up in his Lambo, flexing.
Yeah, flexing a bit on all the
well done it for him.
Yeah, well done it for him. Well done it for him. But yeah, so that was quite amazing to see that as well, and just have a look around it before we head out.
Like I even like the
Uh,
color scheme on the car.
yeah, it was this metallic aqua color with yellow accents. It really, really looked good. Really, really good. Um, but not just that, like the bodywork and everything looks amazing in person. It's a very, very aggressive car.
Family friend.
But yeah, so we saw that, and then we were done for the day. We went out and headed home because it was getting quite late then, and we still had a long road ahead of us to get home.
Yeah, no.
But it was very, very nice, and it was actually overall a very nice day. I think we had a lot to see, and there was a lot to see and do if you're willing to stand in all the queues. But like I said, the only thing I think was the track experiences was not worth it. It's getting too expensive.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was our day at Festival of Motoring, and next year hopefully you can go with, and we can maybe do double team that and get a nice podcast out of that as well.
Yeah, no, that's the idea. Like to go next year. So it's definitely in the
Yeah.
cards for me. But
Awesome.
I'm still of opinion that Festival of Motoring should be in Cape Town as well.
Yeah, me too. I think having one there as well would be awesome. But there's not a track there that's capable
We're gonna
of
close the streets.
handling
We
everything.
just close the streets here and be like, for this
I hear you.
weekend, the streets are closed. You'll drive on the road.
I hear you. Yeah, maybe that can work because they wanted to do the Formula E
They did the
in Cape
Formula
Town.
E in Cape Town.
Oh, they did the Formula
Yeah,
E in
it
Cape
was
Town.
this
Yeah,
year.
sorry.
It was when?
Yeah, I can't remember where it was
Mm.
because I don't follow Formula E.
I
But
think it was in
I
June or
remember.
May.
Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, they closed off the streets for that, so maybe they can.
But also now, with Hyundai's new stuff that's coming out, like they announced they're gonna make the Envision 74,
Oh yeah, yeah. You talked to me about that,
and
and
I'm a fan of it because it looks
yeah, me too.
it looks like the DeLorean as well.
Yeah, it does look a bit like the DeLorean, eh? But I mean, from the first time I saw it, like a few years ago, like the concept they did, I was like, please, can we get something like this? Because I quite like this shape. The old shapes being modernized.
Exactly.
I quite like that. I love that.
Just looks different.
Yeah, and it feels like all the brands are going in the same directions these days, and Hyundai really is trying to, make a difference, make it look different, be different, and I think they're really hitting their stride if they can bring this out at a reasonable price. Because I saw as well, it's a hybrid, so it's got a hydrogen engine with a battery pack, and I think that is an awesome thing for the future.
We already know this is gonna be expensive.
Yeah, okay. Reasonably expensive is what I mean.
But now, but it's also going to come down to preference. Now you're gonna be like, am I going to buy this Hyundai or am I going to buy a Ferrari?
Man, if it looks like this, it's going down in history. Like if it looks like the concepts, it's going down in history, and it's gonna just, keep its value. I can promise you that.
Oh, I think definitely it's gonna look like this. I don't think they're gonna change much about it.
Man, then it's gonna go down in history, and it's gonna keep its value, and it just looks so freaking good, man. I love it. I would love to see something like this in person.
I think it would be insane to see this in person.
Yeah, it would be
Like
mind blowing.
that's really a lovely car.
Yeah, and they claim that they're gonna have. Let me just see. So it's gonna have. Okay, I don't know what I was reading. Okay, so it's gonna do over 250 kilometers per hour. It's the max speed, but the driving range they say is going to be over 600 kilometers,
That's not bad.
more or less. No, it's not bad. It's not bad, and it's going to have over. Let me just see, 500 kilowatts to the back wheels, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, no,
It's quite powerful. It's gonna be and over 900 newton meters of torque, so it's gonna be quick.
it's gonna be fast for that type of car. Like Hyundai
Mm.
isn't really someone that brings out fast cars. Like I know the Veloster is fast, but they are not recognized as the company that's building fast cars.
Yeah, not cars like that with those kind of numbers. They're not competing in like high-end sports cars and stuff like that. They just build normal cars that's a bit, like hot hatches, but not even that hot of a hot hatch. So it's great to see them working on that. I love it.
I think it's gonna be a year or two, if we're lucky enough to get one in South Africa. Maybe 5 years.
No, I don't. I think a bit more
If
than 5 years.
South Africa is getting one, I can't think we're gonna be lucky enough to have one of those cars.
No, I don't know. But speaking of Hyundai, did you also see that they had this Heritage Series Grandeur that they want to bring out maybe?
I saw it and I was like, I'm a fan of this now.
Yeah, me too. It's like a modernization of an old 1980s Grandeur.
It's like that
That's now electric and
typical
stuff.
FBI car you see in movies almost.
And old movies, yeah. For sure, man, for sure. And it just looks nice. They just modernized it a bit, upgraded, the interior and so
Like
forth. But at the outside, it looks like almost exactly the same, except for the lights.
Yeah, it's gonna be LED lights now and
Mm.
everything inside's gonna be modernized, but I love it. Like I'll buy something like that.
Me too, for sure. No, I'll buy something like this. It looks so good. But it's gonna be expensive. They're not just gonna bring this out and you're gonna be able to buy this easily. It's gonna be hard and it's gonna be
I
expensive.
don't think it's gonna be that expensive.
No, man. They overprice these stuff a lot. It's gonna be expensive.
I think we're gonna must wait and see, because I don't think it would be that bad.
No, I think it's gonna be a bit expensive, but I don't think there's gonna be a lot of them. And hopefully we can see some of these stuff in person, and hopefully they're gonna make enough of them.
Definitely, like if the market's there for it, I don't think they'll not make it. They should capitalize on the market while it's there.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of space in the market for stuff like this. Like we talked with the Vision as well. I think people are just tired of the same old, because it feels same old, same old.
Exactly.
And this is a bit it's way out different, and I think there's a lot of space for cars and stuff like this. And I think they more car brands should take note, because everybody is just tweaking the same designs now. So the new new Mercedes C63 AMG is just a bit different than the old one, but it still looks quite the same.
I think they should like scrap every model, let's say from 2030, and just bring out a whole new fleet of new models.
Yeah, that looks
Like
quite different, and
New
it's got different
shapes, yeah, new shapes, new
Yeah.
everything, and don't take inspiration from the previous models now.
Yeah, because it's getting boring, and I think Hyundai is hitting it out of the park. Even their normal cars now these days, they're bringing out such good looking cars, and I think that really, really, really is gonna help them in the future.
No, definitely, most definitely.
No. But yeah, I think that's it for the episode this week. I think we had a lot of talk about around the Festival of Motoring and so on, and I know it's a bit of a shorter one than we usually do, but we will be back the next week in full episode length and with everything up. We just wanted to catch up on Festival of Motoring, talk about a bit about it, and we just saw about the news of Hyundai and on the blogs and stuff, and we just thought maybe to talk about it because it looks good and it's something that we both like. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as well. Please go follow us on our socials. Like this week, we posted everything about Festival of Motoring on socials. If you want to see the photos and the cars that we talked about in this episode, go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube if you wanna. Everything will be on there. It's under official Shift Happens podcast. You will find everything there, all the details, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you very much. We really enjoyed talking to you. Please share this podcast with your friends or family. We'll really appreciate it.
Great. Thanks, guys. Cheers.